today I'm going to show you guys how to cook golden syrup dumplings, but I'm going to add a little twist to it. I'm going to add some molasses in. What we're going to make first up is the dumpling part. So the dumplings actually don't have any sugar in it, so you're going to use a cup of self-raising flour and you're going to grab about 20 grams of butter, and what you're going to do is you want them to be light and fluffy. You're going to rub the butter into the flour, simply coating the flour in like a fat, and what that does is it helps it coat the gluten granules in a fat solid, so when we add our milk and our egg it doesn't go really chewy, because you want dumplings to be nice and light and fluffy. So I'm just rubbing that in with my hands like so till it resembles breadcrumbs. About that, perfect. And you're going to use 50 mils of milk and 1 egg into the center. Grab a little spoon and you just want to work that very quickly and lightly into our flour mixture, not to overwork it, because like I said, you want dumplings to be nice and light and fluffy. So just mixing in nice and lightly till you get the dough just starts to come together like that. I won't overwork it. I'm not going to mix all that flour in. I'm going to take this and my ingredients for my dumplings down to the fire. I'm going to end up with flour all over my face. So this is it's like a Dutch oven, but it has got a handle on it. It's by Campfire, Australia. Super handy little Dutch oven to have, because you do have the long handle on it and has a lid that we're going to pop on there as well. I'm just going to wipe out the ash. I'm going to pop in my butter. And all I've simply done is put some coals underneath my frying pan, just to help give some heat underneath it while I'm making my sauce. I'm going to add in brown sugar. It needs to be the firmed packet brown sugar, and also our molasses and golden syrup. Golden syrup, I know in the US you don't really find it in many places. You need to find it in the special section of your supermarket or grocery store. I found this in the English section. Now we're going to grab some hot water and put in a cup and a half. Exactly what you want it to do. So the sweetness comes from the sauce. A little mix. You could use a spoon. I just happen to have tongs handy. I like using long tongs by the fire because you can pick your bits of wood up. And then we're just going to grab our dumpling mixture and just pop that into our syrup. It's really not, like, you don't have to be super precious about it, because they're just going to make these little light fluffy dumplings. You can already see it starting to rise. So just gently pop those in, pop all of your batter. That's in. Put my lid on. There is the lid for our oven. And grab some coals. You can see my fire has already started to burn down quite a lot, because I don't need a direct flame to cook these. I really just want like that coal heat to cook these little dumplings. They take about 15 minutes, not very long at all. Let's check it back in a minute. Our dumplings have been cooking for about 15 minutes, so I'm going to open them up. I can see it's getting a nice bit of steam. Oh yeah. I'm just going to brush off the excess coal. These gloves are really handy. They're also by Campfire. They'll just enable you to be able to pick up the cast iron when they're really hot. So our dumplings have risen. They're nice and light and fluffy, which is what you want. Oh shoot. That is not what you want to do. Don't drop your cup in the pudding. Alright, and then we're going to get a little bit of this yummy sauce. So that's our little golden syrup molasses caramel sauce. This is where you're going to get your sweetness for your dumplings, because like I said, you don't actually have any sugar in there, but they end up really nice and light and fluffy like this. And I sometimes pop a little bit of cream on there. I'm like trying not to burn my hands on the on the handle that I dumped in there. These are a classic Australian dessert. I don't know where it originated from, other than I know that it's a classic Australian dessert. They're like light, fluffy, caramelly. The molasses adds a really nice richness to it, so it's not quite as sweet as straight up golden syrup. You've got to give this recipe a try. So much fun. Great to do with the kids. Yum. Leave a comment below. I'll pop the recipe down there. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe so you get to know when I am posting new recipes. Happy camping!